Well, it's that time again, the annual election period. And this is a friendly reminder to keep your eye out for the different types of Medicare letters you can be receiving and what each of these means. This year, like last, can be the most critical that you pay attention to your mail to get these Medicare letters, because it's going to show you and tell you imperative things if you have a Medicare Advantage plan or a Medicare Prescription Part D plan, and I'll tell you exactly what each one means and what to look out for. Hi, my name is Mark Prip. I've been helping people understand Medicare for over 15 years. And in this video, I want to highlight some turbulence that we're experiencing in the Medicare market. As a reminder, the annual election period runs from October 15th through December 7th. There is a short window from October 1st to October 15th where you can actually shop and compare Medicare Advantage plans and Medicare Prescription Part D plans. You cannot enroll until October 15th, but you can look, basically window shop from October 1st through October 15th, and then from October 15th through December 7th, you can actually enroll in the plan. So here is the most critical thing you need to look for this year. Medicare Advantage companies are dropping people left and right. I recently did a video on United Healthcare dropping 600,000 members. I did another video on Humana dropping 500,000 members. And UCare in Minnesota dropped 158,000 members. And roughly 25 or 26 Medicare Advantage companies left the state of New Hampshire altogether. So what exactly does this mean? Medicare Advantage is being squeezed from every direction. They're basically stating that the cost of care is rising beyond the amounts that they're receiving from the federal government. So if you have a Medicare Advantage plan that's an HMO and a PPO, there are two types of letters that you need to be on the lookout for. A standard notice of change, or what's referred to as an ANOC, which is short for annual notice of change. This means whatever Medicare Advantage plan you have should be renewing into 2026. It will simply list changes. The key word there is changes. So look for things like, are your copays changing? Are deductibles changing? Is out-of-pocket changing? If you have a standalone prescription Part D plan, you'll look for the same thing. An annual notice of change and how that plan looks for the new year. But the second type of letter that you can receive is a non-renewal notice. And this is what I was referring to when I said United Healthcare and Humana and UCare were dropping so many people. What they'll send out is a non-renewal notice. This will not talk about your benefits for 2026. This will simply state that your plan will end on December 31st of 2025, and you will have to find a new plan with a new company. So the non-renewal notice is the most critical letter that you need to keep an eye out for. With these companies dropping over 1 million people this year, we don't know exactly what areas will be affected because it's done based on a county level. So keep an eye out because, again, we don't know which counties these will be. Historically, people get these notifications and just throw them away. In the past, Medicare Advantage was fairly stable. It would renew year in and year out with minor changes. This is the first time in the last 10 years that we've seen this much disruption in the Medicare Advantage market. So again, keep an eye out for either an annual notice of change. That's a good thing because that means your plan will renew and you can keep it. But also look for a non-renewal notice. Now, should you get either one of these notices, let's say you get the annual notice of change and benefits are changing significantly and you're not happy with that. Either way, if you receive either one of these notifications, here are some important things you can do. If you don't like your changes that you've been notified of the new year, you can shop plans, go to the marketplace, talk to an agent like myself, or a trusted agent to help you compare plans. If you receive a non-renewal notice, you will do the same exact things. So first and foremost, figure out which letter you're going to receive. Make a list of your prescriptions. Make a list of your providers that you see regularly, and then try to find your benefit summary for your current plan, which lists the plan you're on, the type of plan, whether it be an HMO or a PPO. That way, when you go to look to a new plan, you can compare apples for apples. So the key is to be prepared with your current information, be aware of your situation, how you're being affected, so you can go to the marketplace empowered with information and knowledge to quickly find a new plan. Now, here's a few pro tips that I'll give you. If you receive a non-renewal notice, this means that you can go from your current Medicare Advantage company to another one, no problem. But when you are dropped by a Medicare Advantage company by no fault of your own, if they're not going to renew you, this creates an automatic guarantee issue right. This is critical. This means that if you are dropped by your Medicare Advantage company, that you can now enroll in a Medicare Supplement plan with any company in the market. You will get a guaranteed issue right letter that you can provide to basically any Medicare Supplement company and enroll in a Medicare Supplement plan. So if you've wanted a Medicare Supplement in the past and health has prevented you from qualifying for a Medicare Supplement, this is your golden opportunity to move to a Medicare Supplement. If there is any way that you can afford to pay for a Medicare Supplement, I highly recommend you consider this guaranteed issue right and take advantage of it. A Medicare Supplement plan will never drop you. As long as you pay your premium, that Medicare Supplement plan will stay with you for the rest of your life. A Medicare Supplement does not have prior authorizations like certain Medicare Advantage plans do. Medicare Supplement does not require you to use a list of providers, nor does it require referrals. As long as you see a doctor that participates in the original Medicare network, which over 95% of doctors and hospitals in the United States are in the original Medicare network, that Medicare Supplement plan will work for you. A Medicare Supplement plan does not have provider disputes. That means that if your insurance company no longer agrees with the reimbursement rate with your medical providers, they can just get rid of those providers. A Medicare Supplement, you do not have to worry about that. Your Medicare Supplement benefits, as I mentioned, will never change. Year in and year out, they will remain the same. A Medicare Supplement plan will allow you to go to a specialist facility like Mayo Clinic. And oh, by the way, Mayo Clinic makes it very clear that they do not accept Medicare Advantage plans from any company. And this is a growing trend in the Medicare space that facilities are just flat out refusing to take Medicare Advantage plans anymore. They are now preferring and recommending that their patients get original Medicare with a Medicare Supplement plan. So I understand Medicare supplements come at a premium price. I understand not everyone can afford them. People are on a fixed income. I completely understand that. So if you do receive non-renewal and you're in a very low income, I would encourage you to compare another Medicare Advantage plan, obviously. You can call us, ask us, comment below. That's something we can help you do. But if you can afford a supplement, definitely do that, okay? Here is what you will not receive during this annual election period. If you have a Medicare Supplement plan, the annual election period does not apply to you. So if you are currently on a Medicare Supplement plan, that window has nothing to do with Medicare supplements. People get caught up with the advertising and all the commotion during the annual election period and assume that they can only change or shop their Medicare supplement during this window. That is not true. A lot of people do shop and change during this time, but it's more coincidental than a requirement. So you will not receive a notice of change or a non-renewal notice if you have a Medicare supplement. As long as the premiums are current, you will not receive anything to do with your Medicare supplement during this window. Now, if you have a Medicare Prescription Part D plan, D as in David, that would typically go with a Medicare Supplement, you will receive information about that Prescription D plan. So you have the potential to receive both letters. Notice of change, which typically will state your copay changes, premium changes, and deductible changes, but you could also receive a non-renewal because again, Medicare Advantage structure is the exact same for Medicare Part D. They both operate with the same rules and the same regulations that run from December 31st to December 31st of each year. So keep an eye out for Medicare Advantage Annual Notice of Change, Medicare Advantage Non-Renewal, and the same two letters would apply to Medicare Part D. And again, I will emphasize one last time, get on a Medicare Supplement if you can afford it. You will not regret the freedom and the flexibility and the peace of mind that comes with it. If you have questions, reach out, comment below. Thanks for watching.